Hello and welcome to your APL Index Transfer Daily Show on the 12th of July. It's a pretty quiet day, but there's still some deals to be going through. One major confirmed deal, we've got updates on Man United, Aston Villa and Arsenal and more. And also some pretty interesting managerial news from a pretty legendary Premier League manager. We'll get into that towards the end of the episode. Kind of as a side note, it's not really transfer news, but we'll still discuss it because it's pretty relevant in the Premier League. So yeah, before we get into it, for those of you who don't know, my name is Ben Pescod. I'm an APL Index contributor, and I'm doing the APL Index Transfer Daily shows. I've been doing them for a while now. So yeah, without further ado, we'll just delve straight into the transfer news from the last 24 hours. The one major confirmed deal is Bayern Munich confirming João Palhinha, which is a deal we've been expecting for a while now, well, over a year. Obviously, it was meant to go through, fell apart on deadline day last year. Bayern Munich renewed the interest in Palhinha this summer. It's expected to be around a £43 million deal for the defensive midfielder. And we've got some quotes from Palhinha himself reflecting on the move, as it's confirmed by the clubs. This isn't just an agreement between the clubs, which we've been reporting on in recent days. It's now confirmed by both clubs. Palhinha spoke about the move, saying, "This is one of the happiest days of my life. I'm now playing for one of the top clubs in Europe, and it's a dream come true for me, and I'm very proud of that." So clearly very excited to be working at Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga, hoping to win some trophies. But yeah, that is the one confirmed deal in the past 24 hours to really report on in the Premier League. Now, rumours and updates, there's quite a few of these. We'll start off with Aston Villa, who had a really fast-paced start of the window with Douglas Luiz leaving and Samuel Ellen Jr. and Barrenechea joining from Juventus. This is a bit of a surprise update. Al Ittihad are preparing a £60 million offer for the Villa winger Moussa Diaby, who obviously only joined from Bayer Leverkusen last summer, had a pretty successful debut season, especially at the start, kind of tailed off towards the end. But the expectation is that this deal could be wrapped up pretty quickly. Apparently the player wants to move despite only being at Aston Villa for a year. You know, Saudi club going to probably offer some pretty crazy wages, and £60 million is a healthy amount of money that for Aston Villa as well. You know, having to dodge PSR and financial fair play rules themselves. So I'd expect this move to go through pretty quickly. It's pretty reliable reports suggesting that this deal will go through quite quickly. And just staying with Al Ittihad, but moving on to Man United, same Saudi club, Al Ittihad, are also preparing a move and in talks actually with Casemiro, the Man United defensive midfielder, former Real Madrid, multiple-time Champions League winner. The report suggests that the Saudi club are keen to wrap that deal up as soon as possible and maybe complete this double Premier League swoop within the next week or two. So yeah, the Saudi Pro League aren't messing around again. You know, there was some debate whether they would come back as strong as what they were last summer, but the early signs are starting to show that interest is ramping up and they will spend the money again. So yeah, Saudi Pro League alive and kicking. Their transfer window is booming, and the reports today, Moussa Diaby and Casemiro are the two Premier League stars wanted by Al Ittihad. And just stay with Man United, obviously been one of the busier teams in the past week or so. Sky Sports say that Matthias de Ligt, the Bayern Munich defender, is desperate to join Man United. Bayern is still holding out for around £37 million, which isn't a crazy amount of money. And see Man United paying that. If the player wants to move, then that's kind of an extra incentive to try and get it done. In terms of another incoming, Fabrizio Romano confirmed yesterday that there has been an agreement with Bologna for Joshua Zirkzee in the region of around 40 million. Obviously, that Zirkzee wants to move as well, so perhaps we could see Man United confirming a double Dutch deal in the next week or so. Now, they have been knocked back in the pursuit of another transfer target, reportedly. Reports from Portugal suggest that Benfica have turned down a bid from Man United and PSG, I believe, to sign João Neves, the 18-year-old midfielder, valued at around £101 million. And Fabrizio Romano has also revealed Benfica's stance on that situation. They will not accept 75 million for Neves. They want the full £101 million, which I'm pretty sure is his release clause. I think it works out at about 120 million euros. So yeah, that one's Liverpool are linked with João Neves as well, but it's hard to see that really progressing too soon. It would take a mega offer for João Neves to leave Benfica this summer, it seems. But that's all for Man United. So yeah, just a quick recap on Man United. Casemiro could definitely leave for Al Ittihad. Matthijs de Ligt and Joshua Zirkzee seems to be getting closer, and João Neves is anything but close. Quite the opposite. Moving on to one of Man United's rivals and another team that's been quite busy in the Premier League transfer window so far is Arsenal. We say this every single day at the minute. Ricardo Calafiori, the Bologna defender, is expected to be just a matter of time. Personal terms agreed. Calafiori wants to move. Arsenal want Calafiori. I think it's just working out the structure of the payments to Bologna for the player. I'm pretty sure Bologna are holding out for around 50 million for Calafiori. So yeah, I stress again, it's just a matter of time. I know it sounds repetitive and these things do drag on a little bit. We wish it wasn't the case, but it just is. And I just thought I'd give a quick update on that. I know I sound like a bit of a broken record, but yeah, but there is a new report coming out about Arsenal. Fabrizio Romano have confirmed that Arsenal have submitted a bid for the 18-year-old Ajax goalkeeper Tommy Setford. Been linked with the move to the Premier League for some time now. Really highly rated young goalkeeper. And yeah, there's not much more to really say about that. There's no details on what the bid is or how likely it is for this deal to go over the line. I can't imagine Ajax wanting to lose him, but also I think if they got a decent offer for Setford, they'd probably take it. So it's kind of up to Arsenal to decide how badly they want Setford. Obviously, they've still got David Raya, who they just signed permanently last week. Aaron Ramsdale's still at the club as well, so we'll see how that one goes. We'll keep updated with that over the next few days. And just going back to Aston Villa, sort of, there's a new update in Jadon Philogene, who's hot property at the minute, the whole City winger. It looked like nailed on that he was going to Ipswich Town for around 20 million. Until Aston Villa yesterday triggered the clause, buyback clause that they had in his contract when he joined Hull. That's supposedly around £15 million. So yeah, Philogene was expected to leave pretty soon, and that deal was supposed to be completed alongside Jacob Greaves. That one is still going ahead. Jacob Greaves has had his medical at Ipswich Town. That is only a matter of time. But the interesting thing that's come out in the past 24 hours about Jadon Philogene is that it's confirmed that he will join Hull City on their pre-season tour in Turkey, which suggests that this deal is far from complete. This Aston Villa clause activation has seemingly thrown a spanner in the works. So all of a sudden it went from seemingly being really close to being far from done. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that. Crystal Palace and Everton are still interested and pushing to complete a deal. But it seems Ipswich and Aston Villa are leading the race at the moment. And just quickly moving on to Newcastle to round off the transfer news. They are interested in Salzburg defender Strahinja Pavlovic. Probably butchered the name, apologies. AC Milan are also in the race for the 23-year-old defender, left forward, really promising defender. Expected to join a big club, leaving Salzburg this summer after an impressive season. So Newcastle could be his destination. That's one to keep an eye on, definitely. With Newcastle in desperate need of defensive reinforcements, we saw that kind of backfire on them last season, didn't we? Sven Botman got injured, Fabian Schär, them are the two starting centre-backs, but they ended up with Emil Kraft playing centre-back sometimes, Paul Dummett coming in for a few games, Jamal Lascelles playing in way more games than anyone ever expected him to. So yeah, a defender, obviously they have signed Lloyd Kelly, that is important, but another defender is top of the priority list for Newcastle, it seems. Again, I'm probably going to butcher the name, Malik Thior from AC Milan is another defender being linked for Caio Tomori of AC Milan, also heavily linked with Newcastle. But yes, Strahinja Pavlovic is the name being linked with Newcastle today. So that is all the transfer news, and we'll quickly round off today's episode with a bit of managerial talk. USA just sacked their manager. and they have offered Jurgen Klopp, the former Liverpool manager, the role, but Klopp has reportedly instantly turned that role down and is insistent on his break from football that he said that he would take following his departure from Liverpool. Germany do want Jurgen Klopp. He was even linked with the Dortmund job before Nuri Sahin got that after Edin Terzic left. But it does look like Jurgen Klopp will be out of the game for the next year or so, and he certainly will not be coming back to manage the American national team, and confirm that if there's one thing that Klopp wants to do is win. We might see him at Germany after their elimination from Euro 2024. Julian Nagelsmann's future is far from nailed on. But yeah, I don't see Klopp coming out of his holiday period for the American national team job, and that is seemingly the case. So that is all the transfer news from the last 24 hours. Pretty quiet 24 hours. But as always, things are expected to ramp up. The Euros come to a close on Sunday. Obviously, England and Spain in the final there. So the best place to keep up to date with all your transfer news is EPLindex.com. You can get your podcasts, articles, and opinion pieces. Obviously, this podcast, EPL Index Transfer Daily, is every single day, every morning when you wake up. This podcast will be out. Summing up all the transfer news and updates from the last 24 hours. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, and I will see you in the next one, which will be tomorrow. And hopefully we have some more confirmed deals to go through and some promising advancements in the transfer window in the Premier League, some big deals, some money to be spent, as always. And yeah, I'll see you in the next Transfer Daily show.